it, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and our home team. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On first down, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And the Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
White Monday.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man.
Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Mike. Mike. Easy. Kill.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now Dixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Down. 50. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I got you.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Agnew now to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st down, Dixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Down.
On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 27, Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. They got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Dixon running from the shotgun. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run on 1st down. It's Dixon, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Dixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Now, 180.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Back. Raider 2.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tajay Sharp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down and then some. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Here's Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On first down, Dixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before the break. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Darnold. And Anderson's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Bell. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. The pass complete. It's Bird. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. This is Bell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Mike 51. Watch the out, watch the out. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
Mike's 59.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They come out here in the eye. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 43. Kill. Slam. Check the hot read.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
51 the mic. 51 the mic. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. 51.
Darnold from the gun. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything? On this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with Dixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. There he goes, left side. Touchdown! Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Jets first down.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. So that one will be accepted. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 right at the 30. Carr now to throw. Funches has it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Carr now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. They'll run it with Dixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Let's get that ball,
Right back to Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack. Carr. It's caught by Funches. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing now is Carr. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Vic Beasley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right at the 35. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A run by Dixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Dixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, it's Dixon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Running out of the gun with Dixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He gets so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.